Hey everybody, this is Grace. I am just going out to buy thermometers. I know, strange things, but have you ever had that you need a thermometer and you have several of them, different places, maybe in the house? They're not all in the same one, but you know at least where one of them is. And then you have to go look, it doesn't work. Battery's dead, or whatever. Go look for another one. Same thing. Another one, same thing. Yeah, like that. That was my day. Well, a couple of days ago, and I'm finally 2 or 3 days ago. I don't know. I'm gonna go out today because today is gonna be really extremely hot. Here, I kept seeing 107, and that's just the temperature. Then there's the heat index, the real feel, the feels like whatever it is called on whatever app or whatever weather station. But anyway, it was probably going to be closer to like, will probably beat the record I've seen for this year, the high for this year, which was 113 yesterday, day before, whenever. And it's just all becoming a blur because basically I'm stuck at home except if I go out early. And sometimes that's not early enough. The sidewalks, the buildings, everything's been baking. Yeah. Anyway, I'm going out to buy just thermometers. Get out of the house, do something. And then I can, do my usual and complain about people, tailgating and even in the parking lot. Isn't that interesting? Somebody's going to tailgate in a parking lot. It happens like at least once a day. I'd say for me if I'm out and about. Yeah. So, and by the way, sometimes that's as I'm turning into a parking lot. Now, if I were, like putt-putting or something, practically idling as I turn, no. It's just the way it is these days, huh? And the sad thing about that is, you're doing what's right. You're not going to hit anybody, because you're going too fast or anything like that. You're doing the right thing on the road. You're driving the speed limit. You're not making anybody, whatever. You're not weaving in and out and almost causing accidents, or maybe even causing accidents. But nowadays, it's switched so much in my life that nowadays the person who's doing that, who's driving the speed limit, who's following the law, and it is the law. I told you, I read that, it said it is, period. It had a period. The law, it had a period. I could hear the guy who wrote it. It's good. But anyway, yeah, it is the law. The speed limits are. It is the law. It's too cute. Too cute. But anyway, we're the ones who are the villains. Because we actually do something like that. And I just laugh as I pass by the people, like, the one that had to pass me as I, quite often pass them by at the light. And I just wave, bye-bye, bye-bye. Nice, haven't seen you twice. You got real far. And the truth of the matter is, it's sad that people think they have to get everywhere so fast, like they're going to have to be in front of everybody, and they're going to make it, and they're going to get there. There's not that many emergencies in life, really, that you have to cause an emergency. Really. Just because you think you're going to get there faster, really. It's kind of pathetic. Honestly, the people who think like that, it's pathetic. So there's my vent of the day. Hopefully I don't get to this store and something happen while I'm there, because you never know. You never knew. That's true for anybody. But life in Narcissismville? Okay. Anyway, I had jokingly called this Narcissismville. It wasn't this, like I say this, but it was just different areas different things that happened, and I would say, yeah, this life in Narcissismville. It changed a little here and there over the years, but basically, it's not a real place. There's no place called Narcissismville, at least as far as I know, but you never know. So am I going to name it that? I'm going to go in here. Okay, so I went to the pharmacy, and one of them, the only one I saw, didn't have a price on it at first. Okay, at first it didn't have a price on it, but the one I saw at first is what I meant. It was on an end cap, no price on it, so I had to go round and round. There was no sign or anything that said where it would be located. Thermometers, okay. And finally found some, $30 for one of those little plastic things. I have one at home, but I don't recall it costing $30. Yeah, because the battery runs out real fast on them. You know, just those little cheap ones. Yeah, Anyway, so I looked around to see if they had any that were cheaper. Now, the cheapest one was like $11. One of those plastic cheap ones that the battery might not even be working right now. It's just, you have to throw them away. I'm being sarcastic. Very, but true. This is all true. So some guy walked up to me and he said, do you know what time, about my age, do you know what time they open for the pharmacy part? I said, I would think, I don't know, it was like 9:30 or something. I said, probably 10. And there was noise going off, boo, 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 back there in the pharmacy, and nobody was doing anything about it. But when I walked in, there was somebody there at the front. She was looking at her phone, standing there, didn't even acknowledge that I came in. Because usually they'll at least greet you. Although you have to do the work yourself, as far as checking yourself out. Unless you ask. Unless you ask. And sometimes they will. Or they try to teach you. Okay, how to do it yourself. So much has changed, man. So much has changed. It used to be customer service in every place. I'm not picking on anyone in particular. But this experience, yeah, and the guy was pretty ticked off too, because he said that, I wasn't ticked off at the moment, but I'm not really ticked off. I'm getting used to this kind of thing. But, okay, what are you going to do? Oh, Mary. It was cute the way she was doing it. But, anyway. So I went ahead. Ooh, a banana. I'm going to slip on the banana. Oh, somebody just dropped their banana right out there. Opened. Anyway. So, maybe I'll move, because I don't really want to slip on a banana, Thanks for leaving your banana for all of us that come after you. Anyway, what was I? So anyway, so I found one that was $11, a plastic piece of crab. I have one of those at home. I think it worked twice. So, anyway, I'm being very sarcastic. So I went to the front I was going to get one, hey, I remember them costing like about $4 or $5, because they know they're disposed. You have to dispose of them. And Adam had bought one for himself, the one that you go over your forehead, and apparently it doesn't work either. Maybe once, and it's kind of like when he got one of those things where you test your blood pressure on your arm, the upper part of the arm, not the wrist. And I just opened it up the other day, and about a month ago actually, and I used it one day and maybe the next, and it broke. So, and I have another one, but you have to basically be a contortionist to put it on yourself. And it doesn't line up the way it says it should. And it shouldn't take a genius to figure it out. But since I am one, anyway, So I come here, I'm going to go to Walmart here, pharmacy, and see if I can find anything that makes any sense whatsoever. Since somebody, you know, they could be in this package. Where's my shoe? Can't drive with shoes on because shoes are like tourniquets on me, as if I ever wore shoes. I haven't since I was probably taking the class 40 something years. And yes, I read up on it, and you can do that. It's not against the law, but it just, to me, it makes more sense. You can feel the pedals better, but what I read says people said they can't feel the pedals better. Really? Imagine wearing high heel shoes and driving. Oh, you know, those stilettos or something like that. Not going to catch me in those. I'm tall enough already, and I wobble. So, got that hamstring muscles atrophy because of a rare health condition. So no, I just say I wobble. But anyway, I wouldn't wear them. Why would I want to? Anyway, what else was I? Okay, so I went up to the front of that pharmacy, and nobody was there. I guess she got kind of tired of standing there looking at her phone and not paying attention to customers, and maybe she went to the bathroom. No, so I said, hello, anybody working here? You know, because I needed them to look up a price on something, that thing. Nobody responded. That's kind of dangerous, don't you think? You know, not to have anybody anywhere, no manager, no thing. And it was right before 10 o'clock. It's now 10:05. I just left from there, so. So I stood around. I thought, well, I probably could scan it on that scanner, you know. But since I don't work for them or work at any store, and I'm not willing to give up that ghost. It's like it's a ghost. It was from a long time ago when they actually had customer service, and they actually had cashiers who actually were there when they were there. And so, you know, that's when I said I'd turn around and yell. I didn't yell out. I mean, I just said, hello, you know. I'm sure if anybody were around, they would have heard me, but not to where anybody would have to put their hands on their ears because I was so loud. Nah, not that. Anyway, they would have heard me, but just not extremely loud. And anyway, so nobody came, so the 3 items I had probably would have added up to about $50. Not even 50. Well, yeah. Let's see. I'd say about 40, 45, somewhere in there. And so I just left them sitting in the shopping cart right in front of the what's supposed to be cashier, where a cashier stands. And figured I'd come here and see how this works. Just left them. And that wasn't all. I searched for the number, and I called to tell their corporate office just in case something, you know, bad had happened to that woman that was standing up front that worked there, and she was busy on her cell phone, you know, and not paying attention to what was going on around her, like customers. Something could have happened. I mean, I went in there one time, and there were some girls I didn't trust at all. Yeah, some young, looked like teenagers, but I mean, that happens. You go and somebody just gives you a creepy feeling. Doesn't happen often. I think that was the first time, maybe ever for me. But what I was gonna do? Nothing was going on. Just give me the heebie-jeebies. Anyway, so I called their corporate office to let them know, you know, hey, something's going on there. You might want to check it out. There was nobody working there. Nobody. When I called out, told her the situation, I said, and by the way, I need to hurry. I'm going to tell you fast. It was this one over there, at that one, and this is what happened. It was just like probably not even a whole minute. And she says, well, I need your name and can you spell your name and phone number? Well, I wouldn't be able to spell my name because I don't know how to spell. Of course I do. Just the way she said it. I had to add some humor. I didn't say anything, but I said no because I'm just telling you, and I gave you the information. I don't work for you, and goodbye. And I hung up. Because, I mean, I have been drawn into just giving them an FYI, not them, but another place, and they try to draw me into a really long conversation about the situation and make all kinds of excuses and stuff like that. And it was I don't know what had happened. I don't remember. But it was a while back. But anyway, it was a grocery store. I don't even remember what happened. But anyway, yeah, you know, because I don't work for them. And when you tell somebody, they said, well, you tell them the whole story, and they're asking you questions. They said, well, I'm going to connect you to a manager. And I'm just telling customer service, you know, just to give them an FYI or whatever. And they want me to do that. I said, no, I told you. Now you do your job, and you tell them. Because I don't work there. Are they going to come doing my job whenever I need them to? I'm being what I should be with this situation. Now, probably somebody going to call me a Karen, and you know, I've said this many times about how that is sexist, ageist, at least, and racist. So, think about it. Anyway, so I'm going to go here. Let's see what happens. Okay, so I went in there and I had to ask somebody where they were, and she said they're tucked away. And she didn't know either. She had to look it up. But she showed me, you know, she goes, there's some here and there's some here. And she was looking on her app. And then I looked at it and I said, wait a minute, wow. She had already walked off, and it was like $1.54 for one. And what it was is I doubled, and I didn't double check, I checked. You know, we say double checked, and even though, have you checked before? Okay, just me maybe sees that as humorous. But anyway, it was just the cover, like I said, you know, the covers that go on them, you know, if you're gonna, more than one person uses it, or other stuff. Anyway, it was for that, but I had found the other ones, the ones that it covers, and it was $5.74. Interesting. Come on, you got out in front of me, and you're gonna sit there. So, yep, they had enough time to text real fast. Okay, anyway, I'm being so sarcastic today. Actually, that's usual. That's my usual. But it was $5.74, so I got a couple. I got two. A couple of them, and they do have little batteries. I looked to see if they, you know, if they sell those batteries. You know, there's this little screw thing that you unscrew back there. But I would imagine the batteries probably cost more than the whole thing itself. I would think $5.74. But at the other place, it was this one similar. I would say maybe it's not the same. $11 and something. Yeah, I guess for the convenience. Wait a minute, that was not convenient, was it? You're the one I went to, and was anybody working there? Huh. Alarm in the back where the pharmacy was going off, and no people in the store. I think when I went in, I don't think there was anybody in the store, except for that woman that was standing there looking at her phone, didn't even acknowledge that I came in through the door. That's not the norm there. There used to be a woman that worked there. She was always there. She was very nice, always helpful. But maybe those days are gone now. You never know. Okay, now that I'm sitting here, I remember what I usually buy at that store. And I've been saying I need to get that. You know those things that you just don't think about all that often because sometimes you have several already, like thermometers. This is the thing I usually buy is toothbrush. Certain kind. Can't buy them at other places, or I have not seen them at other places. But it'll give me something to go out again tomorrow, because you know I am not a person who likes to stay at home. But if I go out, I like to have a reason. It's too hot to do anything like out in the sun. So tomorrow I'll have some reason to go, maybe to a different location, you know, where people actually work, who are there to work and not just sit there playing on their phone, looking at their text or whatever. You know, I'm not naive to what phone. I had my first cell phone year 2000 or 2002, I think it was. So 22 years. Yeah, I've had cell phones, so it's not new technology to me. You know, Adam, you know, the guy I met and married over 40 years ago, when I was 18, he actually designed the circuitry for some of these cell phones. Well, not these ones these days, but back in the day, his day, at that day, it's still our day. So, no, neither one of us are really that new to this stuff. He's older than I. Anyway, I'm telling you, so I feel like some more sarcasm is coming on. I've done other kinds of videos, but lately I think the sarcasm needs to be there. I usually do this to just to vent, make video to vent, and not just keep it, you know, I don't believe in bottling stuff up inside. For me, I'm not saying anybody else. I don't give any advice, suggestions, anything to anybody else at all, ever. You know, but for me, it works. You know, some of the weirdest stuff happens to me, and so I put it on video. These days, I don't think people really watch any videos or listen to any videos, you know, that take longer than like a minute, and not even a full minute. You know, have you ever tried that? You know, put up a video that's less than a minute, and it's popular. I have one that's around 170,000 views, and it's just like it's one of those short. No, wait, actually, it's not a short. But it's around a minute, I would think. Yeah, just over a minute, and a regular video. And I can bet you I could probably go look at it now, and it's probably still not going to say that they watched it the full minute. On average, probably around half. Seriously, it's too long. How long are the ads? You know, the shortest ones you've seen? I think I've seen one as short as 7 seconds. I mean, overall, I'm not talking about on this service, any particular service, but how short is the shortest one you've seen? And for me, I think it was the 7 seconds. And that was an ad, you know, a commercial, an ad. 7 seconds. They can manage to get or maybe it was 10 and I just saw it at 7, say 7, I don't know. But they managed to get the whole thing in that short of a video. I mean, an ad. It's not just a sign, you know, or a meme, or what are they going to call them these days? I'm on a kick about everything it's the same kind of concept, but it's got a different name. Sometimes it's the same thing, and nowadays it's a different name. You know, like I could have bought, I don't even know if I can buy them anymore. You know, the old-fashioned thermometers. I still have one somewhere. It's got the mercury in it. I don't think they do that anymore. They sell them, though. You know, it was just a thermometer. Then it became a mercury thermometer, right? You know, that's okay. And this one's a digital. This one is a... But, But when it's something else, what else could, it's the same concept. Or like, I still say the people that say bots, used to say bots, that's the AI. Okay. But some people say, no, that's not that, that's a different thing. But it was always, this, like they were, okay, if not that, then you're saying hackers, but they're going to put it under bots. Okay, those are two different things. But the hacking would be the bots to me. But the terminology would change all around, depending on. Over the years, it's changed. And some people think the AI just now is getting started. Really? I had my first computer in 1982. I don't think that it is just now starting. Anyway, there's sometime in there, yeah. Anyway, I'm going to wrap this up. Talk to you on another video. Bye.